could do this one. This is good. It's not so smiley. Maybe I'll do her. We've drawn her before. All right. So let's get going. I'm going to try to work fast. All right. So when you are starting, remember all lines are staying very light. We don't want to dedicate things too quickly. Always the same struggle. I'll go like this. There we go. Okay. So basic shape of the head. I have so many, it's all bubbling up this paper. Let's try this. And we want to put the neck on. Please put the necks on because you want, it needs to feel like it's sitting on something, not just a floating head, right? Floating face. And so from the beginning, you can see how generalized the shape of the face is. Even though when I'm looking at the reference, you know, all the definition is there of the cheekbones and the chin and all that. We're just staying really general at the beginning. As we build up, we're going to define those points. So now we're going to get this line here, which is showing the directionality of the face. And halfway is what, people? What's halfway there? The eyes. And I typically, when I put this line down for my shorthand, that's my brow line. So I'm going a little bit higher. Nose, bottom of the nose, and lips. All right. And we've talked about this last week, like getting some hair on there. Because another note about hair, we really recognize each other by our silhouettes, they say. Like our silhouettes and our coloring. Those are some of the first things that how we recognize people. So the hair really contributes to someone's silhouette. And I'm just kind of giving some ears here. Is it looking good on the screen? Okay. So here is, we're going to go from top to bottom with the rhythm chart. So first one is the frontal bone, that largest sphere at the top. It roughly, I know it's not like, I wouldn't want to say it's like super formulaic, but it's usually, the point is the top of the hairline, right there. Now we're going into the nasal bone and the lips. Finishing with the chin. So that's that semicircle. Now we've got, let's do the bottom of the nose and do that sweeping brow line, this rhythm here. I put this little sphere here to represent the tip of the cartilage. And we got the eyeball. Are those the eye sockets or the eyeball? Good job, everybody. All right, and now zygomatic arch. Zygomatic arch will be from the center of the chin over the ear. You can think where the ear is coming into the head. So we're going to go from here, we're going to sweep over on both sides. And then we have the side of the temporalis here, sweeping over. And the muzzle. Put the muzzle in too. Okay, this is the center of the lips. So from right there, is this my drawing? No, good job, class. This is not the drawing, it's a frame for your drawing. So at this point, I'm just gonna get in here and start to draw it out, so you guys can do that with yours. And then, yeah, let me know if you have any questions as I go here. I'm gonna start getting really into this drawing. We talked about it as well. When you're starting to set the features in, really move around the entire drawing, kind of develop it all together. It makes a big difference. But really all your landmarks and information are here now. And I think it's good to start with the eyes, not the nose. Because you need a little something. The eyeball is wrapped by the eyelids. You'll typically, the top of the eyelid, where the eye is open, like right here, that's the top of the eyeball. So on the rhythm chart, that's your reference point for that. You can see like that. And then this bottom part right here, there's usually, everybody has like a little bit of a crease under their eye. That's representing the bottom of the eye socket and the eye. So the bottom eyelid is like this up here. Yeah. Put in an iris. You're not going to see the entire iris. No, what's it called? Iris? I get them all mixed up. Iris and pupil. Oh, the other one's pupil. You're not going to see the entire iris, right? Unless someone's really surprised and they're going like this, like, oh my gosh, then you'll see it, but otherwise you're going to just see a part of it. I'm going to show you guys this on his master drawing. So check out these beautiful landmarks right here. You guys see this shadow? That is, ew, wow, he looks really scared like that. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit, my friend. That is right here. See that? Right here. That's a little core shadow from the bone around the eye socket. And he's doing it again right here. This is now the zygomatic arch. See that core shadow going along there? That is the zygomatic arch coming down. So that's right here. This. Yep. And he's showing it on both sides. We can see it here as well. And then also I can point out here the little shadows around her lips. You guys can feel how this is an oval right here, exactly that rhythm. You guys feel that? How that feels round? This is an area that sometimes doesn't get a lot of attention from artists because we tend to show this really flat. We just slap the lips on, call it a day. But there are very subtle shadows that will happen down here. And once you understand the rhythms, you can see that in drawing. Let's look at another drawing. You really see it on this baby face. If I was to draw the rhythm on top, it would be like this. You guys feel that? What's the word again? Orbicularis. Oris. Oculi up here. Oculi. Here, look, even on the baby, you guys see that little core shadow right here. That's that temporalis right here. Right here. Okay, so even on something as subtle as a baby face, we usually just think they're all just chubby, fat cheeks. But this guy really knew what he was doing. That's very, very clear. You can even see, look at this line right here. See how subtle this is? That right there is the zygomatic arch. Really, really, really small. And then, boom, the baby fat cheek. Okay. All right, so I'm going to keep going on this drawing. Is everyone happily drawing? So far, so good. Okay. So far, this gal looks kind of creepy because I put the lines too dark. When the lines are too dark on the rhythm chart, you will start to kind of get creepy vibes. So keep them light, or you can always use like a gummy eraser to lift them off again. There's a little core shadow under the eye. We can talk real quick about this other one here. Here we have the frontal bone and then the eye socket. You guys remember this is coming down under. This is what, and then you're getting some really nice corncast shadow in this area right here. And we were talking about this earlier. This tends to be the darkest shadow on a portrait. It's right in here for most lighting situations. Hello, Marianne. So I'm going to work on the lips like I was talking about, the subtleties of what's going around the ocularis oris. Tuesday night brain. Want to sit? Do you have a spot? Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, you need a. I have some here. Okay, so around the lips, you're gonna get some good shadow under the bottom lip. But then all this here is still a little bit, will protrude. You have like a little soft lip shadow here. We'll look more at this when we get into specific features. You're gonna see this in action, but essentially you got this kind of like a, if I'm exaggerating it, it's a little arch, and then these parts are coming around it, and the shadows are super subtle. An ear in here. She has little hoop earrings. So sweet. Marianne, could you close the door because we have the improv people coming in? All right, so I'll pause here and I'm gonna come around the room.